another mixed doubles semi-final. That's Kim Won-ho and Jeong in the third seeds. They'll play the second seeds, Johnson Bang and Wei Yashin of China.
Please welcome the technical officials to the court.
Well, I can tell you at least that things are resuming here. Sad news for Gregory Mariska Tunjung, who had to retire in a very interesting position against An Se-young. But we move on now to the mixed doubles semi-final, the second one. Kim Won-ho and Jeong Na-eun of Korea, third seeds, take on the second seeds from China, Johnson Bang and Wei Yashin. So with that previous semi-final of mixed doubles, I mean, that was an absolute epic, one of the best mixed doubles matches you'll have seen in a while. Feng Yang-tae and Hwang Dongping, the top seeds, are through to the final, having just about beaten Tang Chung-man and Se Young-sweat. Let's see who their opponents will be.
And now, semi-final mixed doubles. From Korea, Kim Won-ho and Jeong Na-eun. The opponents from China, Jiang and Wei Yashin. Umpire is Crescentino Greece, Sergio Leonardo Mendoza, El Salvador.
So an intriguing encounter here in the second of the mixed doubles semi-finals. They've met twice before. Jiang and Wei have won both of those meetings right at the start of the year. 21-19, 21-18, the Chinese pair winning. So that was a tight one. Prior to that, they met in 2023, towards the end of the French Open. Just over a year ago. Just under a year ago, I should say, excuse me. And that was a much more one-sided affair. 17-8. Jiang and Wei won that one.
Kim and Jeong are number 6 in the world. They played the silver medal at the Olympic Games in Paris. They were runner-up this year of German Open and Malaysia Open. So they have a lot of runner-ups. I'm sure they're hungry to take home the title here at the New Open.
So Kim Won-ho, 25 years of age, 184 centimeters tall. He's from Suwon, not too far from Seoul. 6th in the world, not far away from his very best of 5th. In June of last year. Jeong Na-eun is 24 from the capital, Seoul. They got a silver medal at the Olympics. Mixed doubles. Asian Games last year. Oh, excuse me, in the Asian Judo Championships. Kim Won-ho with a silver medal in 2016. They've dropped games against in their first and second round. Tan Kian-meng and Lai Pei-jing took them to an hour. Some long matches, haven't they? And they've won one title together, last year's Thailand Open. They've been to 2 finals this year. The Malaysia Open, a Super 1000, and the German Open, which is a Super 300. Tan Sung-bang is 23, also the same height as Kim Won-ho, 184. Currently third in the world. They were the world #2 pairing just last month. Came third at the World Champs in Copenhagen. So some fond memories, I guess, here in Denmark. Wei Yashin is pretty tall at 175. She's 24 years of age from Hunan. Last year's Asian Championship winners, and this year they finished third. They've dropped games as well in their last 2 matches. And as a pairing, they have won 9 titles together. This year, the Hong Kong Open and Japan Open, that's both just after the Olympics, Australia Open and Indonesia Open just before. That's a Super 1000 as well. They beat Deng Wei and Huang Ya-Jeong. Last week at the Arctic Open, they were runners-up to Feng Yang-te and Huang Dongping. What are you feeling about this one, Chris?
It's so tough to call. I mean, obviously the 2 head-to-heads go in the favour of the Chinese, but I just don't know. I think both pairs, if I'm totally honest, I don't think they perform to the level they can perform to yet in this tournament. They've got a lot to live up to if it's going to compare to the previous mixed as well, semi-final, but I think it's a 50-50.
Crisanti Larue of Greece, umpire Leonardo Mendoza of El Salvador, the service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Kim Won-ho and Yeon Na-un, Korea. And on my left, Yang Chen-bang and Wei Yashin, China. Yang Chen-bang to serve to Kim Won-ho. Love all. Play. One love.
Well, they've had a pretty good year, this Chinese pairing. They haven't been around all that long, but I've already impressed.
2 love.
Two short years together.
Service over.
Chris,
1.
Jiang Zhenbang and Wei Yashin. And they've already got 8 titles. And you know, the likes of an Indonesia Open and a French Open. That's very impressive, isn't it?
Really impressive, and they're 22,000 points ahead on the World Tour finals than the next pair. And they're about 11,000 more points than any other pair or player in any category. They're that far ahead on the World Tour ranking. They've been very dominant over the last 12 months on the World Tour. They've played a lot of tournaments, which you would expect from a young pair to get the experience. They've had some massive results, and they've improved so much over the last 12 to 18 months. attack. And for me, you know, the Chinese, a lot of it comes down to they've got 1, 2, and 3 in the world. So, you know, there's a lot of countries that struggle with quality in training and also depth, because you might have a pair that are very highly ranked, but the next pair might be 30, 40, 50, 100 spaces below, so it's hard. When you have 1, 2, and 3 in the world, it's very clear you're doing something right. Actually, an interesting stat as well about Jiang. They do fitness testing in China, and some countries do it individual. What I mean by that is specifically for the sport. So they might do certain exercises that are based for badminton only. Well, in China, they do it a bit more general, and they combine it for all different sports. And he's actually one of the highest achieving athletes out of all of the sports. So he is a physical
specimen.
Yeah, the man on camera. He is, he's very unique in regards to what he can deliver on his physical output on the tests. Love to have said I was similar.
I was going to say, didn't they say that about you?
They said about my partner. That's why I picked him.
Well, this is quite the rally. Oh.
So that's
called.
Must be a great call. I'm going to be honest and say, from where we're seated, it's impossible for us to call that. The umpire's obviously called it because there's no complaint from the Koreans.
Yeah.
So hawk-eyed umpire there. Get to see it on the replay here. He must have just touched the net.
Could have been a shoulder.
Service over.
Incredible achievement from the Korean pair to win that Olympic silver. If anybody would have picked a pair from Korea to win an Olympic silver, I think they would have
the other one.
Maybe picked their teammates, yeah. Seo Sung-jae.
The world champs.
Incredible defense. Jeong there. So being one of the only female players who's very highly ranked in ladies doubles and also mixed doubles. Quite a unique position to be in now. A lot more players are picking only one event.
Service over. 7-5. Change.
Yeah, with the with Wang Yachong and Tung Wei now
having some time off, yeah. But it opens up the mixed doubles.
That's what I'm saying. These two, the other two pairs just behind them are
100%.
licking their lips, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's a little bit like that in the ladies singles. See, China, their top two players currently aren't playing. One is retired, having Zhao and Chen Yufei not playing. That it gives some of the other Chinese ladies singles players that chance as well. And sometimes that's all you need, that little bit of breathing space to be allowed to maybe play in extra tournaments or get a slightly higher priority in training.
Just look at the recent record here. Final in their last tournament at the Arctic quarters of the China Open.
Big one was the Indonesia.
Yeah.
Super 1000, winning that was massive.
Massive, absolutely massive. Won the Hong Kong. And they won Japan as well.
8.
So they've gone relatively deep since Indonesia really picked things up from June.
Brilliant.
Very nice from Wei Yashin.
Yeah, it's good defence from Kim Won-ho, but so sharp on this replay here at the net. Just keeps the pressure on. Can't get it away. And amazing execution on the final shot.
9
from Wei
7.
Yashin.
Kim and Jeong
8-9.
at their home tournament, the Korea Open. They got to the semis. Since the highs of the Olympics, they really kind of scale the kind of heights they would want. They took some time off, which is fair enough.
Yeah, but I don't think they're back in their best form. I think ladies doubles, she's had some really big results and played well, and I think mixed maybe she's just been missing and just a little bit. Wow. Good call again by the umpire.
Service over.
Did he touch that?
10-8.
Ooh. Again, no argument.
Service over. 9-10. Service over. 11-9. Interval.
So at the break then of this first game, Jiang and Wei are up by 2 here against Kim and Jeong.
있게끔 하고 그렇게 하면서 플레이를 어쨌든 여자애가 한쪽에 잡으면 한쪽에 치고 그쪽으로 계속 몰고 들어오는 게 많단 말이에요. 그거를 조금 더 내가 컨트롤적으로 해서 반대쪽 편이고 아니면 좀 더 높게 갈 수 있는 게 플레이가 돼야 되는데 자꾸 맞춰 상대방이 잘 치는 수 있는 걸 자꾸 맞춰주니까 거기서 포인트가 자꾸 난단 말이에요.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Kim Tusi. 11-9. Play.
Something that's quite unique about their Korean mixed doubles players, how comfortable they are, let's say, the other way around. So Kim Won-ho chasing forward and taking the game on, and he's lucky he has the luxury of his partner, Jeong, who's obviously a very good ladies doubles player that can cover him so well. Kim Won-ho, he's got to just cover that line in that situation. See here, there's still a gap down the line, and that's where it goes. One more step to cover that line, he would have been fine.
It's the biggest lead they've enjoyed now, 4 points, the Chinese. It's just the platform they need to take this first game.
Service over. 10-30.
That's some tactic they put away.
Yeah, I do feel a little bit. Kim Won-ho, he just looks a little bit flat. As in, not a lot of energy coming from him and a little bit hesitant.
Need some inspiration from Atang Chung-man, who was absolutely superb today.
Wait. Play.
They're edging away now, aren't they?
10.
Yeah, just again there. Kim Won-ho just snatching.
Service over. 11-50.
Well, they're trying to get their way back into this.
Good pressure from the mid-court forwards, and this is what we see Kim Won-ho do. He does do really well. Here, steps in, and he's happy to go forward. Not got a concern about the back because he knows his partner can cover him.
Wei Yaxin.
Service over.
It's no mistake from there.
I just feel the pace of Kim Won-ho's attack. I get he's building, but I feel there's too much building and there's not enough speed in his legs to hurt the Chinese.
Service over. 30-60.
I do think there's a lot of players out there that I think are designed for one event, as in they shouldn't play two events for a number of reasons physically, and it's very difficult to perform to a high level in two events, and you're only doing half the amount of training for a specific event. I do think Kim Won-ho might be one of those players that could benefit from going back to men's as well and playing two.
Yeah, when they're in that sort of relentless mood, it is tough.
I know it is still pretty tight. It's still 17-13. But if I was a Korean fan, I would be a little bit worried, to be honest, just because I feel it's
a bit passive.
It is a little bit passive, and I don't see a lot that's hurting the Chinese. Now, it's still very early in the game, and the score's still pretty tight, but if it keeps going the way it is, I do struggle to see how the Koreans can win this one.
That's better.
Service over. $40-70.
Great placement.
Service over.
Such a difficult area to try and defend from.
Service over. 50-80.
Skims the net there.
Over.
Helps Wei Yaxin out.
90-50.
Good pressure there from Kim Won-ho. Good placement on this first drive. You can see there his opponent's in big trouble and then goes in between them where the gap is. Brilliant.
Is that good? Oh, it is.
What a challenge.
Jansen Bang challenges called E.
Thought that looked in, but we'll see.
Great call by the line judge.
Unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Wait. 70-90. Play.
Brilliant. And it was good defense from the Koreans. They did incredible to stay in that rally. but it was just reactive defence because they had no other option. Here,
Yeah,
great pick-up, but it's such a short lift. And then they do so well to stay in it, but it's getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Jiang's a very athletic man, very explosive man.
3 game points for the Chinese pair. So the first game is wrapped up. Jeong and Wei looking pretty good right now.
First game won by Jiang and Wei Yaxi, 21-17.
21-17, that first game.
낮아졌다고 해서 더 낮춰지잖아요. 플레이를 하는 게 아니라 시야를 좀 더 넓게 받으면 플레이를 해서 상대방을 좀 더 움직이는 동작을 해줘야 되는데 그걸 자꾸 맞춰주는 플레이가 하고 있다. 그리고 중간에 지금 한 18점 정도에 너무 세게 때리고 다시 와서 내가 중간에 드라이브 땅 때려서 그게 포핸드는 백핸드 다 마찬가지라고. 내가 플레이를 해줬을 때 너무 직선에 익숙한 게 아니라 조금 더 코트를 활용을 좀 더 많이 해줘야 돼. 좀 더 이동을 할 수 있는 플레이를 좀 더 넓게
전체 게임 템포를 타이트하게 빠르게 막 하려고 하지 마. 운영도 그렇고 지루하게 한다든가. 걔네들이 몸이 굳어있어. 내가 앞뒤보다
물론 볼트도 그러니까 풀이 리턴이나 이런 부분이 짧으니까 내가 힘이 밀려서 그러는데 그걸 조금 더 볼 위치의 상황에 따라서 내가 힘을 전달하는 거 내가 생각을 더 해줘야 돼. 그걸 버텨내려면 내가 힘을 더 줄 수 있는 게 돼야 되고 그리고 랠리 중에 내가 조금 더 앞으로 잡을 수 있는 동작들을 초보에 잡는 플레이 말고 이동하고 또 로테이션 했을 때 잡는 걸 더 신경을 더 많이 써야 된단 말이에요. 앞뒤 움직임이 좋으니까 내가 조금 더 자신 있게 플레이하는 게 더 중요해.
20 seconds, 20 seconds. Second game, level, play.
Just wouldn't go over there for Kim Won-ho.
I do feel when Kim Won-ho's getting the attack, I get it. He's got to build. He doesn't have the biggest smash in the world, so he can't just go with pure power. And Europeans traditionally are the nation that knows all about variation and mixing it up. I do think there's just a little bit of something missing, that explosive power or explosive speed. Brilliant. Great composure there. And way at the net. Good pick up, but stays really calm and just punches the last shot into the gap. Something for me is definitely missing from the Koreans' game.
Well, they need to turn this around quickly before this starts running away from them.
Good aggression on the return of serve from Jeong. Just seeing a different Kim Won-ho, I don't know. Something is missing for me with him. I think he's a fantastic player. You can't win an Olympic silver medal without being... But I don't know. Is there a niggle? Is there something?
4-1.
not seeing him being as aggressive as I've seen him in the past, especially mid-court forwards. We've seen moments of it. From the rear, he's just almost built too much. Body language as well. Nothing to concern his opponent, nothing to show he's really in this. It's too easy at the moment. For that man on camera, Jiang.
Yeah, racing away here. You say.
It's just too easy, this is the problem. Goes out short lift and then the pressure's just too much. Jeong, there's no way she can get that back. Brilliant again there.
Rampant, aren't they?
Yeah, but that was world class from way at the net. Did her job perfectly, got the lift and gets that chance. Stops it off there, you can see. No option but to lift it for Jeong. Short lift, good power on the attack. I mean, phenomenal put away. Didn't have to be quite that perfect.
Oh.
Just, yeah.
It's all going very well for them.
To be honest, it's a continuation from the first game. And I said it, if you're a Korean fan, it looks difficult because there's nothing at the moment, there's no threat that they're posing. There's moments, but there's not enough of it. And it's just relentless from the Chinese.
It's a procession of points, and
there's also no like oomph for me from the Korean side. It's a bit flat, and I get it. You're 9-1 down and you've lost the first game, but they're Olympic silver medalists. They're very, very good players, and I'm not quite seeing that.
Well, they'll hopefully think that which breaks up the run of 6 points in a row, might just be some welcome relief and a catalyst. But it's hard from here, isn't it? 7 points down. They've really got to dig deep, put on an impressive run themselves.
I do think since the Olympics, when I look at a lot of the results from Korea, haven't quite been as good, to be honest. And I don't know what that could be. It's probably a number of different things it possibly could be. One of the superpowers of badminton. Just need to find their way again.
That's gone wide. And we are heading into the interval. A very, very precarious position here for the Koreans. They are trailing 2-11 in the second after the first game has gone in the way of the Chinese.
그냥 바로바로 쳐버린단 말이야. 상대방 지금 내가 쳤는데 조금 낮아졌으면 거기서 컨트롤적인 걸 내가 조금 더 속도를 줄일 수 있는 스트로크를 한다든지 아니면 코스 경량을 한다든지 해서 해야 되는데 그냥 익숙하게 그냥 쉽게 그냥 콕콕 그냥 상대방 위치 생각하고 내 것만 생각하고 볼을 쳐주니까 쉽게 맞을 수밖에 없단 말이야. 괜찮아. 다시 하면 되니까 조금 더 어쨌든 수비적인 플레이, 그러니까 계속 공격을 맞는다는 거 우리가 플레이 자체가 다 늦어지니까 그런단 말이야. 조금 더 집중해서 움직임을 더 활발하게 해봐. 다시 해봐.
11-2. Play.
Oh, lovely from Wei Yashin.
12.
Big thing is for me in that interval, if I was the Korean coach, I'd ask the question of, you know, I need something from my players. I need some energy. I need some oomph. I need some fight. I need some belief.
Just the third point they've got in the last 15 of this game.
Fault.
Fault spotted there by the umpire.
4-12.
Favor of the Koreans.
Yeah, very well spotted. She's correct. Big flip the net.
3 of them today.
Tell you what, yeah, this umpire, she's Hawkeyes.
Wei Yashin has been excellent today at the net.
Over. 34.
If you look at just the speed injection from the two pairs, I'd almost go as far as to say it's almost double from the Chinese, as in they're taking it early, they're hunting the shuttle, they're proactive, they're getting the attack. It's just relentless pressure on the Koreans. Yes, just, yeah.
54.
There's nothing really happening from the side of the Koreans. There's no pressure at all they're putting on the Chinese. It's total one-way traffic.
Service over.
You'd think at this point now, a 10-point lead, 6 more required. It's...
Thing is, I could spot it, obviously, near the end of the first. There was just the energy got sucked out of the game.
sheer power there.
Yeah, to the Chinese. Chinese have been really good, but they've been allowed to be really good.
Yeah.
55.
They haven't been put under enough stress or trouble. You have to remember as well, we're talking about a Chinese pair that didn't actually qualify for the Olympics just because the two pairs above them are the Olympic gold medalists. And the other
Amazing,
pair,
right?
Hwang Dongping, was the previous Olympic gold medalist.
Well, whatever they're throwing at the Chinese,
Service over.
they are repelling back with interest.
Brilliant.
Service over.
Just nowhere near enough of that.
7-17.
Good angle, and then Jeong gets the chance to chase in.
Eight, 70. Service over.
Been far superior, Jiang in the mid.
88.
To be honest, he's been superior in, I think, every single aspect of the game so far today. It's got to be.
Oh, is that in?
It's got to be an issue of some sort of Kim Won-ho's arm or something, because he's getting, we've not seen it on the replay, but he had a short lift early on in the rally and he didn't generate any power whatsoever, and he's got a good attack. There's something holding him back, 100%.
It looks to be over very shortly.
Service over. 9-90.
Wei Yashin
Service over.
doing a job again. Look at that, all those match points. This is
20.
the most one-sided match we've had today.
9.
11 match points. It's all done. They have absolutely cruised through this. And this victory almost matches the one the first time they met at the French Open when they won 17-8. As you say, there may be something more to this.
Match won by Jiang.
But a very, very good victory for
21.
Jeong and Wei,
21. 9.
who continue what's been an excellent year for them.
And the two best pairs, most consistent pairs in the world that are active right now, make it to the final for an all-Chinese final.
So they've made it to their seventh final, excuse me, of the year. Jiang Tengpang and Wei Yashin, they won 21-17, 21-9, just 33 minutes. Our fifth semi-final here, the HSBC BWF Denmark Open 2024. And it's women's doubles. Fourth seeds, I should say, from Japan. Rin Iwanaga and Kie Nakanishi playing the second seeds from Korea, Baeknaha and Lee So-hee. Both spots up for grabs still in the finals. We've got the other women's semi-final later in the day. Winner of this one